Okay, there's one single question that literally ignites massive internet wars every single day. What is the absolute best cheese for pizza? If you ask an Italian, you're going to get a deeply passionate answer. If you ask an American, totally different philosophy. But what happens when you ask a scientist? Yeah, scientists have actually thrown themselves into this battlefield. So in this explainer, we're breaking down the top 10 pizza cheeses, pitting pure history against hard science.
So, what is the ultimate pizza cheese, according to rigorous food science? Well, stick with me here, because the undisputed #1 answer on our countdown was crowned by a peer-reviewed university study. And let me tell you, the result? It's going to completely shatter how you view your next slice.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Section 1, Historical Pizza Origins, the foundation of the war. Let's kick off our countdown at number 10 with the true historical original, Fior di Latte.
Way back in Naples in 1889, this cow's milk mozzarella was the exact cheese used on the very first famous margherita pizza. Why? Simply because it was cheaper and way more available than buffalo mozzarella. But there is a glaring technical issue with this original cheese, and it's this specific number, 15%. That's Fior di Latte's moisture content. Sure, it melts wonderfully, but if you aren't super careful, that high moisture turns your beautiful dough into a soggy swamp. To dodge that disaster, traditional makers actually have to slice it and let it drain in a strainer for a full hour before it even touches the dough. Which brings us to a cheese with even higher stakes, coming in at number 9.
Buffalo mozzarella. It is the absolute queen of Italian cheeses. It's got this incredibly rich, deep, milky flavor, but get this, it boasts over 60% moisture. If you bake it in the oven, total swamp. But strategically adding it after baking, creamy perfection. True Italian artisans almost never bake buffalo mozzarella. They wait until the hot pizza comes right out of the oven to add it, preserving its fresh taste without completely destroying the crust.
Moving on to Section 2, Controversies and Blistering Science, the Blue Cheese Divide. At number 8, we're entering some highly controversial territory here, Gorgonzola.
Now for half the world, putting blue cheese on a pizza is basically a culinary crime. But the secret to this high-stakes flavor genius is a brilliantly simple tactical ratio, 70% mozzarella to 30% gorgonzola. The mozzarella gives you that perfect stretch and melt, while the gorgonzola delivers a massive, intense contrast against the sweet tomato sauce. It literally activates all 4 of your taste receptors at the exact same time. But what about the visual science of a pizza? Welcome to Blistering Science. This is the actual chemical process of creating those perfect, photogenic, golden brown roasted bubbles on melted cheese. And the cheese that takes the crown at number 7 for the absolute most beautiful visual blistering, provolone.
Now, what's really interesting about this is exactly why provolone wins the beauty pageant, and this is according to a study from the University of Auckland. It's got a 45% moisture level, which gives it an even, smooth melt, and exactly 26% fat. That specific, hyper-precise combination creates the absolute perfect Maillard reaction. It's kind of like your cheese getting a flawless beach tan under the intense heat of a wood-fired oven. It just looks spectacular.
Section 3, The Shock of Beating Italians, an American Upset. From pure visual science, we move to a massive international upset at number 6, American low-moisture mozzarella.
Think about this timeline for a second. In the 1930s, this low-moisture version was invented specifically to survive long trips in delivery boxes without turning the pizza soggy. Fast forward to 2010, and an American pizza maker actually wins the official Neapolitan pizza competition in Italy, on their own turf, using this exact delivery cheese. The Italians were in absolute shock. But even with that incredible win, there is an invisible, secret ingredient that professionals use to take things even further. Which brings us to Section 4, Restaurant Secrets and Michelin Stars, the Hidden Flavor Boosters. Coming in at number 5 is a secret so closely guarded, it's basically a hidden superpower, Pecorino Romano.
You know, home cooks almost never see this coming, but every highly successful Italian pizzeria relies on it behind closed doors. Here is the 3-step secret to unleashing that power. Step 1. Lay down an 80% mozzarella base. Step 2. Add a 20% pecorino dusting. Step 3. Trigger a massive umami boost. Just a tiny sprinkle of this aged sheep's milk cheese packs an incredible punch of salt and umami. It acts exactly like a secret heavy bass line in a hit pop song. You might not explicitly single it out, but it makes the whole experience completely unforgettable.
But wait, if pecorino is the artisan's secret, what's the fast food secret? At number 4, we've got the addictive mechanics of the mega chains, the provolone mozzarella blend. See, they use whole milk mozzarella, which gives them 30% more fat. That's the ultimate flavor carrier right there. But their real weapon? They're undisclosed cheese blends, which are specifically engineered for a massive glutamate release. They are chemically triggering addictive flavor reactions that you simply cannot replicate in your kitchen at home.
So, the crucial point is that extreme heat changes everything. At number 3 is the absolute king of cheeses, Parmigiano Reggiano. Notice the stark fact. Over 200 aromatic compounds are instantly destroyed by 500-degree oven heat. Let that sink in. This is exactly why Michelin star chefs meticulously grate fresh Parmesan over the pizza only after it comes out of the oven. That residual heat gently melts it, releasing the highest concentration of naturally occurring glutamate without completely destroying those delicate aromatic compounds.
Now, before we hit the absolute scientifically proven number 1 spot, we have a pretty shocking entry at number 2. Chef David Chang dropped this dramatic quote, "The best pizza cheese the West hasn't heard of yet." This shifts the battlefield completely away from Italy and America, introducing a total wildcard that honestly, nobody saw coming.
Section 5. The surprising Eastern pizza invasion, Kashkaval's rise. Let's take a look at this unexpected cheese taking the number 2 spot. And this brilliantly illustrates why it's rising to the top. Just listen to these Kashkaval's super stats. It uses the pasta filata stretch method, just like mozzarella, giving it that iconic, beautiful cheese pull. But here's the kicker. It's aged 3 to 6 months. It boasts over 30% fat content for a smoother melt. And, to top it all off, it's literally half the price of Italian imports. It's an incredibly high-stakes tactical alternative that brings both perfect stretch and intense aged flavor.
Section 6. The final shocking scientific winner, crowned by the Journal of Food Science. We finally reached the summit to crown the undisputed number 1 pizza cheese in the entire world.
According to a rigorous 2014 peer-reviewed study, the ultimate winner is fermented low-moisture part-skim mozzarella. Okay, yes, it is a very clunky, highly technical scientific name, but this exact cheese, calibrated to incredibly specific parameters, just blew every other artisanal, historical cheese completely out of the water. Let's move to the data and see how this builds. The researchers measured 6 crucial points. Number 1, melt distribution. 2, perfect blistering. 3, low oiling off, which basically means your slice doesn't get all greasy. 4, strand stretch for that perfect pull. 5, moisture retention. And 6, visual stability. This cheese acted as a tactical nuke, obliterating all the competition. I mean, no other cheese won more than 2 categories, but this one, it swept all 6.
But here is the absolute mind-bending plot twist of this whole thing. Who actually uses this clinically perfect, scientifically victorious cheese? Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars. No way, right? The world's most mocked fast food chains are secretly using the scientifically proven best pizza cheese on Earth, meticulously engineered to match these exact winning technical specifications.
So after seeing the data, the chemistry, and the history laid out in this explainer, I have to leave you with one final question. Will you accept the scientific truth, or will you keep fighting an unwinnable cheese war? Be sure to share this explainer to shatter the illusions of artisan pizza snobs everywhere, because at the end of the day, folks, science never lies. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.